My name is Donnie Lowy from Closeout Hope you're having a really good day today. So today I'd like to explain to you what a wholesale rack jobber is. So, you've seen racks when you go to stores. They'll have 99-cent items, costume jewelry. There could be handbags on a rack. There could be clothing on a rack. You could go into a convenience store, see some type of items. You could go to a boutique, see other types of items. Basically, what a jobber does is a jobber looks for different closeouts that can be placed on those racks. Now, you have distributors that will place the same items on the same racks, and what they'll do, the distributor will go to a store, and when those items are starting to sell out, he'll replenish those items. The retailer will pay for the items that have been sold, and then the distributor will put out new items, or they might pay up front for the items, and when it's time to restock those items, then the distributor will come back to the store, charge for the new items, and place those items on the racks. Now, a jobber does something differently. A jobber is looking for different closeouts. So the jobber might not necessarily have access to the same items, and the retailer in that situation has set aside racks that are going to be meant for different closeout opportunities. So let's say you go to a dollar store and you see a section where there's different items all the time. Maybe one week you might see comic books, pre-packed hanging on a rack, or you might see stuffed animals hanging on the rack. That might be the responsibility of a jobber who is looking for different closeouts and then is supplying that retailer with those different closeouts. Now, why would a retailer do that? Because you would say, look, a retailer needs consistency, right? The customers of a retailer want to come to the store and see the same items, so they know that if they need those items, they could go back to the store and buy those items again. So the retailer is taking a chance, right, by having different items all the time. But here's how the retailer makes money. The retailer has, let's say, 80% or 70% of his or her store devoted towards regular items. And this way customers can know what to expect at that store, and then they'll come back to the store looking for those specific items. Now, they'll have 30%, let's say 20-30% of the store devoted towards closeout items. The reason they do that is because even though a customer wants consistency and they want to be able to rely on that retailer for the staple goods which they need on a regular basis, but the retailer knows that customers want to see something new. They want to see something unique. The retailer needs to be able to stand out from his or her competition. So even if those closeouts are not the most frequently bought items, but the retailer needs to have different items just to keep the interest of customers, so they should come to his or her store. So that's what a jobber will do. A jobber will go around, look for different items, and even if you talk about dresses, a boutique might carry a certain line of dresses, but will also have a jobber give them different types of dresses so they could keep the attention of their customers. I hope you enjoyed this video. My website is closeoutexplosion.com. The next time you're in New York, you're welcome to visit my warehouse. Thank you and have a great day.